I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Caelan, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
Wait, there is another option. The Taean is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining. There are 3 of us in all of Ferelden, and there are compelling reasons to have as many wardens on hand as possible to deal with the Archdemon.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not! Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you! How can we simply forget that? Joining the Wardens is an honor, not a punishment. Name him a Warden and you cheapen us all. I will not stand next to him as a brother. I won't! Loghain is a traitor. We need him like we need to be stabbed in the back. Or have you forgotten how his being a great general didn't help the last time? I didn't want to be king. I still don't. But if that's what it takes to see Loghain get justice, then I'll do it. I'll take the crown.
Listen to this. Can you see how disastrous a king he'd be? Putting his own selfish desires above the needs of his country? You can't seriously support him.
And I thought the whole idea was to bring Loghain to justice. Funny how plans change, isn't it?
You'd throw away a very fortunate alliance for petty revenge? Perhaps Ferelden is better off without you, Alistair.
You're siding with her? How could you do this to me? You, of all people. What is wrong with you? I thought we were friends. Now you're siding with a man who killed Duncan. Isn't it? I don't know. I'm not sure I know what's true anymore. All I know is I can't let this pass. Not and still live with myself. I guess I don't have any choice, do I? I'm leaving.
I'm afraid it's not so simple as that, Alistair.
You already got what you wanted. Your murdering father gets a place amongst the Grey Wardens. What else could you want from me?
Your life, unfortunately. So long as you live, rebellions can be raised in your name. Our land cannot endure another civil war. I must call for your execution. This is what you would ask? Very well. Though I think it a mistake. Alistair, you may leave on condition that you swear before this landsmeet that you renounce all claim to the throne for yourself and all your heirs.
That's what it'll take, huh? Fine. I don't want anything to do with this place or any of you people. Ever. I swear it. Time for me to go. Good luck. You'll need it if he actually survives the joining. You heard Honora. I have fun ending the blight.
And now, lords and ladies of Ferelden, there is still a blight to defeat and armies to gather, and I appoint this woman to lead us in both. We will not allow this land be further threatened by the Archdemon. Gather your forces and await the Warden's command. On the morrow, we shall begin our struggle against the greatest threat Ferelden has ever faced. And we shall triumph over it, for we are Ferelden.
You are called upon to submit yourself to the Taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
I understand.
So it's done. My father lives, and for good or ill, he is now a Grey Warden. Thank you for giving him the opportunity to undergo the ritual. It couldn't have been easy. He does indeed. Arl Eamon has left for Redcliffe, and tells me that our armies have almost fully gathered there. I will be heading there myself. Bring your companions, and join us at Redcliffe Castle as soon as you are able. You have united for Eldon, Warden. Now we face the blight. Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. This woman beside me is a native of Ferelden, risen to the ranks of the Grey Wardens. She is proof that glory is within reach of us all. She has survived despite the odds, and without her, none of us would be here. Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my husband, your King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Ferelden! For the Grey Wardens!
So,
existences.
it is done. There's no need for you to take the final blow. Allow me. Isn't this why I'm here? Come, let's not fool each other. My joining the Grey Wardens was a death sentence. If I survived the joining, it seems only fitting that it can be because I was destined to perish here. Do you think I will be remembered as a hero? I'm not so certain. If I can die a hero in the service of Ferelden, then I do so gladly. I would have expected you to kill me for what I did to you, and yet you did not. I thought all along that only I could save Ferelden, but it was you. Please, I've done so much wrong. Allow me to do one last thing right.
And then it was over. With the archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its queen. The Grey Warden stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory. My father Loghain, the man who led Ferelden to freedom at the Riverdane, gave his life for us and earned his redemption by slaying the archdemon. But the one who led the battle against the Darkspawn thankfully remains with us still. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the hero of Ferelden, the first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago. Grey Warden, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favour. Is there any boon you might request of Ferelden's queen? I doubt the Chantry will agree, but you have an excellent point. Let it be known that Ferelden's mages have earned the right to watch over themselves. The tower shall be restored and returned to the Circle. Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arlhow, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens? I don't suppose the Grey Wardens are really in a position to stop you, are they? Then let me say, I hope your travels bring you back this way soon. You will always be welcome here. There is a group of eager Ferelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you are ready. Allow me to offer you my personal congratulations, Warden. I must admit that while I did not share my father's pessimism regarding the Grey Wardens, I had my doubts that such a small number of you could be victorious. Yet here you are. The Maker smiles upon you, or so they are saying. Luck and destiny are two branches off the same tree. May I ask you a personal question? I would like to know how my father died. I know that he killed the archdemon, but that is not the whole picture, is it? Can you tell me anything else? Thank you. I am glad to know that he ended his life as the man I remembered. Now I see Al-Eamon gesturing to me. There is more work to be done. I must take my leave of you, I fear. Enjoy the rest of the celebration, Warden. I shall speak to you again before the day is done.
So here we are. The conquering heroine has won the day, and now she takes her bow and exits the stage. A fine ending. Yes, she most certainly does. You know, I can't help now but think of my vision. Whether it was the Maker sending, I thought I was supposed to save you, to show you the way. So if I heard right, you'll be leaving soon, Good. I imagine that whatever you get up to, it'll be anything but boring. At any rate, I should let you get back to your celebration before someone drags you away. I look forward to seeing you again afterwards.
Are you ready, my lady? The crowds outside are getting restless. Right.
Very well.
Shall try
Wait.
to be more careful in
Let
future.
me. There's no need for you to die. This is my duty. I should be the one to kill it. Why not? This is my duty. If I'm going to be a king, I want to be a good king. And this right here is the best king I could be. My first and last act being to stop the blight before it really starts. No one could blame me for that, could they? Really? Because I think I would be a piss-poor king. I don't know the first thing about it. Not to mention that you're the best friend I could ever have asked for. I would be dead if you hadn't saved my life 12 times over by now. So let me save yours just this once.
And then it was over. With the archdemon dead, the darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its new king and queen. The Grey Warden stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered here to pay our respects to the Grey Warden that saved us all. She gave her life to destroy the blight, a sacrifice we must never forget. It was no accident that she was there either. She was special, and each of us had our life touched by her in some way. She even put me on this throne, despite my protests. But there was no telling her no, right? The Grey Wardens couldn't have asked for anyone finer. How do you properly honor someone like that? The Grey Wardens are building a magnificent tomb at Weishaupt, right next to Garahels. But I'd like to do something as well. Knight Commander Gregor, please step forward. Tell me, what is the situation currently with the Circle of Magi?
Under control, though the Circle has been greatly weakened. Still, there have been no further possessions.
I wish to see the Circle restored, but I understand the veil at the tower is too weak. That being the case, I wish a new tower built, with the Chantry's aid, and it will bear the hero's name.
A fine idea, Your Majesty.
And once the tower is built, Knight Commander, I am granting the new Circle autonomy.
What? But, Your Majesty, I think what has happened only proves...
It proves what a substantial contribution a mage can make. They have earned the chance to prove they can watch themselves, don't you agree?
Yes, Your Majesty. As you say.
Let all know that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Al-How, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There, they can rebuild, and hopefully live up to this example. Friends, let us hope that she has gone on to a better place, and that she knows just how thankful we are for what she has done here. You will be missed, my friend. By us all.
And then it was over. With the archdemon dead, the darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its queen. The Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory. Alistair, the son of King Merrick and last of the Therin bloodline, gave his life for us by slaying the mighty archdemon. But the one who led the battle against the Darkspawn thankfully remains with us still. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the hero of Ferelden, the first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago. Grey Warden, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favour. Is there any boon you might request of Ferelden's queen? I doubt the Chantry will agree, but you have an excellent point. Let it be known that Ferelden's mages have earned the right to watch over themselves. The tower shall be restored and returned to the Circle. Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arlhow, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens? I don't suppose the Grey Wardens are really in a position to stop you, are they? Then let me say, I hope your travels bring you back this way soon. You will always be welcome here. There is a group of eager Ferelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you are ready. Allow me to offer you my personal congratulations, Warden. I must admit that while I did not share my father's pessimism regarding the Grey Wardens, I had my doubts that such a small number of you could be victorious. Yet here you are. The Maker smiles upon you, or so they are saying. Luck and destiny are two branches off the same tree. Tell me something. Is Alistair always like that? Ah, joy. I have yet to hear him speak on any matter more serious. Oh well, his heart is in the right. Now I see Al-Eamon gesture. Enjoy the...
The hero of Ferelden. My, how does it feel? Dead heroes are all fine and well, I understand. But living heroes give the people something to gawk at. And by something, I mean you. But it's not so bad, is it? A blight defeated with the other nations barely becoming aware. Who could ask for better? I suppose there is that. Poor boy. I'm glad not to be on the receiving end of all this attention myself. I say, let the young have their fame. Not that I've gone without notice. Irving asked me to take over as first enchanter, but I don't wish to go back. Not after all this. Besides, with your boon, the tower will be free. It hardly needs me. I might take up traveling, perhaps to Winter. Minrathruz, greatest city of the Empire, and home to the largest collection of arcane knowledge in the world. I've always wanted to go, but I never have. And why not? With the Maker's luck, these eyes will yet behold the wonders of this world. I doubt we will meet again, my dear. If not, please accept my best wishes.
They call you hero. I have not heard it used before, but I think I understand the intent. The Arishok on occasion has declared a Kunari to be Kunoran Vel, one who serves as an example to others. Such examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Kyun. A living Kunoran Vel would be too proud. When a Kunoran Vel is declared, certainly. It is one of few occasions when the Kunari are permitted to engage in revelry. There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness. It is interesting. It can take days for the Ben Hasrath to restore order. There may even be executions. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done, and thus so is my reason for accompanying you. Yes, I suspect Parvolin will not look the same as it once did. My views have changed a little. It must be said. You found my sword and gave me a chance to restore my honor. I owe you a great debt. It has. That one of the Baz, a foreigner, would become known as Kadan to me. Unthinkable. Yet here it is. Perhaps I shall see you again one day. Until then, may you always find the path you seek. Farewell, Kadan.
Humans have a better taste for spirits than I thought. The ale up here is actually good. Orzammar ale tastes like dirt in comparison. Probably because they put dirt in it. Go figure. I don't know. Maybe eventually. I'm getting used to that big sky up there. And I'm thinking I might just look up Felsi again. See where that goes. Yeah, well, you know me. I'm all about the cheery, romantic optimism. Ah, well, enough babbling. That pot-bellied son of a whore Tegan said I'd pass out before drinking an entire barrel of pickle juice. I aim to prove him wrong. It's been good traveling with you, Warden. Don't get lost in the shuffle now.
I will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done. Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you. You see? This is why I like you. Always game for a little fun. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker, while fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you are planning on leaving soon. Is that true? You tend to get up to interesting things. You meet interesting people and then you kill them. I'm game to tag along if you are. And I promise not to get you into too much trouble. Well, no more than you get me into, anyhow. Well then, since we're going to be leaving together, we can speak after you have been sufficiently paraded in front of the populace. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on you and make sure no one gets a clear shot. Not without paying me a great deal of coin, anyhow.
So here we are. The conquering heroine has won the day, and now she takes her bow and exits the stage. A fine ending. I'm glad to hear that. You know, I can't help now but think of my vision. Whether it was the Maker sending me to you or whatever, it was a good thing. I thought I was supposed to save you, to show you the way. But it seems it was meant to be the other way around. Odd how that works, no? Flatterer. So, if I heard right, you'll be leaving soon. Any room for an extra body on your travels? Good. I imagine that whatever you get up to will be anything but boring. At any rate, I should let you get back to your celebration before someone drags you away. I look forward to seeing you again afterwards.
It is very strange to hear so many speak of a mage in such glowing terms. Deserved, of course, but still not what I am accustomed to. I must thank you, however, for freeing the circle from our shackles. That was most unexpected indeed. You could have asked for anything. Most would have asked for wealth or power. Thank you. This is a gift we will not abuse. Now, I should leave you to your celebration. Uldred's revolt has left me very quick to tire these days. Retirement will come soon, I think.
Are you ready, my lady? The crowds outside are getting restless. Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.